So this video is going to serve as a constant reminder of something that I always tell people. No one is coming to save you.
A Fort Worth woman who shot and killed a teenager who she says was breaking into her home may now face eviction. Aaliyah Wallace sat down with Fox 4's Sean Rabb yesterday to share her side of the story. A grand jury will determine whether she faces any charges, but she also says the federally subsidized property where she lives has told her she has to go.
Today we're going to be talking about a woman by the name of Aaliyah Wallace who currently lives in Fort Worth, Texas. She was just in the news because she had to defend herself against someone trying to break into her home, and she defended herself with a gun by shooting and killing the intruder who tried to break into the house with her and her 4 daughters currently inside. The shooter was a 14-year-old male. No information about him has been released, likely because he's underage, but he tried to break into the home. Ms. Wallace defended herself with a gun, and now it is making headline news because she has been put on notice that she's going to be evicted from her apartment complex for simply owning a gun. Now there's a lot to unpack here, and the reason I started this by saying no one is coming to save you is because you have to put a lot of things into context with this story. Ms. Wallace currently had 4 pending police reports filed about people attempting to break into her apartment before this incident even happened. The police were on notice, the owners of the apartment complex were on notice, and she let them know, hey, people are trying to break into my apartment, it's not safe here, you guys need to do something. Yet nothing had been done, and so she was forced to take matters into her own hands, and thankfully she was successful in defending her family. You would think the story would just end there, but the fact that she owned a gun did not rub the owners of this apartment complex the right way, and they have notified her that it is against their rules to own a firearm in their apartment complex, and that she had 30 days to get out.
What took place December 14th set in motion what is taking place now. The management of her property has told her she violated rules by having a gun and will face eviction.
The apartment called and told me that I was not supposed to have a gun at all, even though I kept calling them and telling them somebody was breaking in. They told me I could not have a gun and that I have 30 days to vacate.
I do want to point out that this was a government-subsidized apartment complex that Ms. Wallace was living in, not because there's anything wrong with that, but because it kind of perfectly paints the picture that the government wants you completely dependent on them for every single little thing, yet when it comes time to protect you, they're nowhere to be found. Seems really convenient for the fact that she had previously put these people on notice, like, hey, I don't feel safe here. People are trying to break into my home. It's a lot going on. I need you guys to step in and protect me. Yet nothing happened, and the only time she gets a response is when they find out that she owns a firearm and used it to protect herself, and now they're telling her that she has to go because of it. How does that make sense? Thankfully, in Texas, there are laws preventing landlords from evicting tenants simply for owning a gun because it is a constitutional right. So I don't believe that she will actually be evicted. However, they are still trying to actively evict her from her apartment complex as we speak. Miss Aaliyah Wallace is a single mother with 4 daughters living by themselves. The fact that she is being made out by these people to look like someone who has done something wrong when she was the victim of somebody trying to commit a crime against her is, in my opinion, extremely wrong and ridiculous to even consider the fact that she's done anything wrong in this situation. But like I continue to say time and time again, no one is coming to save you. You cannot depend on these other agencies. You can't depend on the government. You can't depend on the police. You can't depend on anybody else to be responsible for your safety but you. You are going to be the person who is going to be able to take your safety into your own hands to protect your family, to protect your loved ones, to protect your household. Because at the end of the day, no one else cares. The government doesn't care about you. The police don't care about you. You're just a number to them. They don't have any attachment to you. They have no reason to go out of their way to protect you because they're somewhere else enjoying their life. They just simply don't care about you, so they're not going to protect you. And the sooner that you accept that reality and start taking measures into your own hands, the better off you'll be. And I understand that there's people who are against gun ownership and think that we shouldn't be able to own guns to protect ourselves. Why you think that, I don't know. But ask yourself, if someone were to try to break into your house right now, what are you going to do? What measures do you have in place to protect yourself? Not calling the cops, not, reporting, some suspicious people are in your area, but when it comes down to it, and you're facing a situation where you have to protect yourself, what are you going to do? And if you don't have an answer to that, you should get one. Soon. So if you took nothing from this video, just take this one thing. You are responsible for your own safety. No one's coming to save you. Get a plan to protect yourself, protect your family, protect your loved ones, protect your household, and don't allow yourself to become a victim. Thankfully, Miss Aaliyah Wallace was able to defend herself successfully in this situation, but unfortunately, there's plenty of other stories every single day that don't go the same way. Don't allow yourself to become a victim. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.